trip was off to a great
Look
start.
at these great royal wagons.
Nice.
Look at these great changs.
Seeing our whole family together.
And here's some other fun gameplay. Are you ready for this one?
Ah, it smells like rare and miraculous ingredients back here. Was that you, Alexander?
I bottled a
Probably that
fart.
goat creature with the one eye.
Rosella, did you go like on an exchange student thing?
Isn't this
What's wrong
nice?
with your voice?
All of us together.
You would think that the slave that was kidnapped would have a different
Scoot
accent.
over.
But no, go promise, go Rosella. That's right. That's right. Let's play a staring contest game. Hey, bro, let's play a staring contest game.
Are we almost there?
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Rosella.
Well, she does have a Cockney
play
accent.
this with my sisters on long road trips to pass the time.
All right, you ready for the exciting road trip game?
I'll start.
Here we
Let's
go.
see how far we can get. My record is 7 rounds.
Okay.
Just repeat what the person before you said,
Here
and
it
then
comes
add your
again.
very own
This game is
flavor
something
to
you
the
do
list.
when you have nothing else to
I'm
do
going
on a
to
road
play
trip. I don't want to play a computer game where we're talking about monkey fruit.
Monkey fruit pie, baked fresh from winter.
Going on a trip and bringing
I'm going on an adventure, and I'll bring
a
monkey
map
fruit
of the
pie,
area.
and adding to that, a cat cookie.
What is a cat cookie?
Just a little concoction of mine. With one bite, it'll turn you into a cat. That's how I escaped Manannan.
It's also the one thing we didn't
Into a
retcon.
cat? You never told me that.
Well,
Because
you
this
never asked.
series is about gags,
I'm
not
going
plot.
on an adventure, and I'm going to bring
Or at least not any plot that
fruit pie,
is
a cat
coherent.
cookie, and a purple pumpkin lantern to light the way.
Okay.
I'm going on an adventure.
We got to remember all this.
Monkey fruit
We actually have
pie,
to remember these things.
Yes, you do.
a purple
Who, me?
pumpkin lantern,
No, not
Well-
me.
No, I've got to remember it.
kisses to share with both of my
Don't
children.
trust her.
Hershey's Kids. You're
I'm
hilarious.
going on an adventure, and I'll bring
Okay, so bring monkey fruit,
monkey fruit pie,
cat cookie,
a cat cookie,
purple pumpkin, I think,
a purple pumpkin lantern,
some kisses,
kisses to share, and
and jelly beans, chocolate chip batter, weed killer, or dance moves. Pick
Wasn't it choco chip batter?
chocolate chip batter.
choco chip batter for you know what.
Going on an
Grand, that's
adventure,
kinky.
And I'm going
Sick.
to bring monkey fruit pie, a cat cookie, a purple pumpkin lantern,
These are all inventory
mini
items.
canvas.
Mini canvas.
Sorry, that's not right.
You picked the wrong icon, Alexander. You're
I'm going on an
Alex.
adventure.
You lose!
I'm bringing
Alexander picks the
Hi.
wrong
a
icon.
cookie, a purple pumpkin lantern,
I'm just reuniting
This is
with my
the
son.
chef.
You lose!
and lastly, my Wetzel wolf patch.
I'm going on an adventure, and I'll
Maybe
bring
we can make some pasties,
Pie.
have some fish and chips. We'll have a jolly good time. Yes. Rosella, what happened to you?
Legs.
Oh, it's just because I went down south.
What did Rosella say? Now I don't know what she said.
I'm going on an
Because you were
adventure.
talking over her.
No,
now I'm gonna
I'm
lose.
talking like her.
Okay, no.
Monkey fruit pie,
I'm gonna lose. Now Rosella's gonna win.
a cat cookie,
I can't let Rosella win. I'd lose my
a
street
purple pumpkin
cred.
lantern,
I literally was not. I
Kisses to
couldn't
share.
hear. Deviled eggs is what Valanice said, and it was wrong.
choco chip batter,
I literally was not. See, deviled eggs is.
Dude, you don't
was
have to
wrong.
listen to it. It's on the screen.
No, there's 3 options that are it, and I don't remember which one it was. Because
Yeah,
you were doing your stupid voice. I'm gonna pick something.
Wetzel
to-
wolf
Hey, don't listen to me. Just want to play a game.
I got it right. I got it right. It's a Wetzel wolf patch and dance
Oh, I
moves.
told you
my
you'd be
sweet
okay.
dance moves. You know what I'm talking about, Alexander.
No.
I don't.
I'm going on an adventure, and I'll bring monkey fruit pie.
I'm sorry.
Cat cookie.
Here's something this game does make me do,
This is to
and it's
share.
I'm 100% on the side of Alexander in
patch.
everything that he
My
says.
sweet dance
Why is
moves.
that? What does he say?
And
Because he's like,
deviled eggs.
now we've got deviled
Oh,
eggs.
my favorite.
Okay,
I'm going to-
because he was like, my sweet dance moves. Now you know what I'm talking about, Alexander. And Alexander's was like, I don't.
Monkey fruit pie,
He's like you, Doodler. Whatever.
a cat cookie,
I gotta remember all this crap.
a purple pumpkin lantern,
What, kisses?
Kisses to share.
Yeah, you're telling me, Sir Watts. This is officially a pathetic excuse for
Chocolate
gameplay.
chip batter.
Let's play Mad Libs next.
Let's-
Oh wait, that's what this game does.
A Wetzel Wolf patch.
That's how this game's plot happens.
My sweet dance moves.
Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. And
And
Something else I just made up.
the majestic Mr. Fancy Cakes.
We're gonna
I'm
eat
doing
the
on an
majestic
adventure.
Mr. Fancy
I'm
Cakes.
going to
these aren't
bring
things that you're eating, just things you're bringing.
Hi.
Although like
Cookie?
80% of them are food.
Kisses to share.
Even the kisses.
A Wetzel Wolf
Oh,
patch.
where's your wolf page?
My sweet
More
dance
sweet
moves.
Lose,
dance.
Rosella!
Canvas.
Louis, yes, you lost!
Nope.
Now this part of the game is over!
I forgot.
You are out. Excellent work, everybody. I beat my record.
I'm the best person in the world! You children of mine are terrible!
You know why I'm king? Because I'm the best.
Here's Wonders Avalon.
this
Looks
like
like
off-season?
Superman's been here.
It's usually so nice this time of year.
Aw, I hope the squirrels aren't.
And now because
idle.
Graham is a terrible father,
These
we're going to
clouds
go
will
meet
Probably
Jor-El.
pass. Let's
Give
head
us
to
some
the resort.
pointers.
I'm sure they'll have
Tell you
trees
what to
to
do.
climb.
And
Come on,
here's
Graham, let's go
You
wrong.
guys forgot. Never mind. I'll get it.
I have to imagine if you let Mr. Fancy Cakes die, he wouldn't be coming up as an option. He doesn't actually die, and nobody dies in the second game. Remember, they get carted off to the Goblin Infirmary.
Yeah.
This is kind of funny, though, because this isn't a minigame. You can just walk normally, so you can do this. Whee! This
kind
is
of nice.
This is way more fun than playing that dumb game in the carriage. Just spinning. This is the best part of the game right here.
Now build a bridge out of those, because apparently they're connected by science or something.
They're connected by science. They're connected by the Tetris Force. It's one of the four forces of the universe. Whee! Which detail that you can carry these boxes? Oh, no, the option that nobody dies. Never mind. Although in this game, people have died.
Don't you want to hear about the Wetzel Wolf that attacked us here?
No, we already played that game. So this is the part of the game, remember, in the third chapter
Your
where
mother and I shared our first
where they were
kiss
like,
just up ahead.
always seek adventure, and they rolled the log across the chasm.
I suppose.
Do you remember that?
In the first game?
No, in the third game.
Oh yes, because we chose adventure and then it would turn into a wacky,
Is the
wacky roller
resort under
coaster
new
moment.
management?
Wacky roller coaster,
Well,
yep.
it did need a facelift.
So,
Those inverted
here's the
water
thing.
slides were
Here it
a
comes.
Huge liability.
This is supposed to be a summer resort, but it's all frozen
Are you
over.
Sure, we're in
Right?
the right
So everyone's
place?
like, this is weird.
Yeah,
Dude, if it's
I don't
frozen, just
have
let
a
it
good
go.
feeling about this.
Alright.
Oh, come on, kids. It's an adventure. I'll check us in.
But here's the thing. This is something else that kind of guts Graham in this series for me. Is he's so intent on his family having a good vacation or whatever that he ignores all comments. There's nobody who would be like, oh, this summer resort's been frozen over and there's weird ice creatures. Let's just pretend like nothing is wrong.
He sounds like a regular dad. He's like Calvin's dad. It builds character.
Checking in for the Graham
May-
family. We should have the royal suite.
Why don't you tell Conan the Barbarian over there?
Oh, yeah, this isn't suspicious at all.
Kindly. Is
Thanks
that our
kindly?
room there with the balcony?
Is that your reaction to this?
Oh, hallelujah.
Thanks kindly.
Throw a cookie at it.
No, it was a
Yep, she
shiny
totally
golden coin.
remembers me.
She totally remembers me. But that doesn't make. Why are you walking into this?
He's gonna go ape.
Why?
This man, before we are done, will go ape.
Now.
Right this way.
Graham, you're an idiot. This is not what you do.
Maybe you don't. With that attitude, you'll never be king of gallantry.
Tim is surprised that you're in the same room as I am, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hope the beds
you
here
can't
aren't
smell
made
it
of
in here,
piles of
so I'm
itchy
more
straw and
surprised.
rusty nails.
No, of course not. Only the best for my boy.
Here, they're made of ice. That's much better.
Should we ask the guard for directions?
Oh, honey, please. I know where we're going.
So now we've got the old cliche joke of men never ask for directions. That's the other thing is everyone in this chapter especially acts
Like a cliche.
cliches. They act like stereotypes, and not even like good ones, like home improvement crap.
Do
I
we
used
have
to watch
separate
that show.
rooms?
I
I don't
know.
know if I can handle your snoring.
Oh, please. If I snored, I would hear it.
Like, they turn...
Girls are dumb.
They turn Graham... Like Valenice doesn't really have as much of a character in this one. But they turn Graham into a total doofus. Like, it's no wonder that I prefer Graham. Even if, like, King's Quest V, as terrible as that game is, Graham is at least noble and he's not an idiot. Cedric is an idiot. But in this game, Graham is just stupid. For so many reasons. And the game doesn't let you proceed unless you do the stupid thing, which is to go into this place.
Why do you think I like non-linear
What just
games?
It's a trap. I knew it.
Now we're in a trap.
Trapped? Not possible.
Not
The
possible?
Pursuit? This must be one of those new mystery-themed resorts. Oh, how exciting. I believe they called this an escape room. I've always wanted to try one.
It's an escape room.
Search for clues.
So, which shows you what decade this game came out in. I know we're still in that decade,
What?
but it's going to become dated.
Is that a reference to something?
And escape rooms are things that are in the real world where you can take dates there and whatever, and it's kind of like
and
this.
you go just bash things to...
Yeah, and there's like puzzles, and you have to solve the puzzle to get out of the room and whatever.
I think I have heard of those.
So it's basically like a real-life adventure game, kind of, where you have to solve these puzzles and get out. But you don't take the concept of the best way to translate an adventure game into real life and then put it back into an adventure game. That would be like... I'm trying to think of a good analogy, but it's just so terrible.
It'd be like translating your novel into Japanese from English and then retranslating it back into English from Japanese. And then translating it again!
Or like, it would be like if you're playing, let's say, Metroid Prime, and in the middle of Metroid Prime, suddenly Samus finds an arcade cabinet with the original Metroid on it, and she's like, sweet, I'm going to stop facing Ridley, and she gets over there, and you're playing, like... But... or not even that, that's not even quite it. Not like the original Metroid, but like...
Ice climbers.
Like, or like there's suddenly a game of laser tag in the middle of Metroid. Right?
Sounds good to me. Were you playing laser tag with like the Federation Force?
Yeah, but it's not like
With Adam Malkovich?
With Adam Malkovich.
Oh, that
with
perfect
like,
military mind. I got you. 3 more shots.
and you're just like, no! One's based on the other. You don't put the thing that it's based on that's inferior into the first thing and call it good. You don't do that.
You sound a lot like Wallace Shawn.
I'm sounding a lot. Manny is actually. What is this game trying to teach us? Manny's actually correct because these people are idiots.
He's going ape,
I'm
folks.
sorry. I haven't ranted this much since Shala. Okay, let's solve this stupid escape room so I can rant about the next thing.
What else
shall
did you
we?
rant? No, you ranted pretty good on Mother Goose.
Yeah, but that was because the controls were terrible.
Yeah, well, it's not the thing you ranted about. It's just that you did rant.
Well, fair enough.
Escape room. Isn't that what they were going to do with that
My puzzling instincts knew
that amusement park around here that was
textbook case
supposed to
of
be a
reverse
live-action
psychology.
LARPing thing?
A trap
Probably.
for certain.
I guess live-action LARPing is
Your sign
redundant.
says pull the switch.
But a
Don't
live-action,
mind
like,
if I-
adventure steampunk game.
Something like that.
Your time to escape
It's all
is now.
Victorian, go blimey!
Everyone's cool with challenge mode, right?
7, 6, come on, we can do this. 3, 2.
Puzzles usually try to kill you.
In Sierra games, you
It's
bet
all
they
part
do.
of the fun.
Oh, it's all part of the fun.
Press
My
the
wife just
line.
may have been murdered.
Wherever
It's
you
all
are.
part of the fun.
No need to yell, gentlemen. These puzzles are meant to exercise.
Okay,
your
so here
brain,
comes a new character.
not your minds.
Do you even care about your family?
No.
Puzzles!
Apologies.
Whoa!
I didn't mean to
What
start
the-
on Mr.
This is the Sphinx.
Mr.
Dude, that's a cool
Alexander.
design.
No, it's a really cool design. It was
Yeah,
clearly
It looks like her face was, like, designed after Amara.
What shall we call you?
Amaya.
Amaya.
Maybe a little bit.
People call me many things, Mr.
Yes.
not-
Wait, I have to read the
Simple
Sphinx's
things.
lines in the Sphinx
Will you-
voice that I use
Now,
for them. That is a slight
Let
bit
me
like
be the
Vincent
first to
Price.
welcome you to
But she
the
got like
ice
Minotaur
palace.
horns, so that's kind
I
of a
will
different
be your
design on it.
host
Texas
for this
Longhorns.
evening's festivities.
Oh,
No,
thank
that's a
you.
really-
Are
that's a
you
really clever
responsible for
design.
the
I haven't seen
amenities
one like
here?
that.
We were supposed to be
Something
giving
clever in this
souvenir
game?
rubber duckies on check-in,
Let's
and
admire it while it
I don't want
lasts.
to make this a big deal, but no.
I don't know, I liked
ducks were
Agatha's
given.
design too.
I'll have some waiting with your wife and daughter.
Do you know where they went? This is supposed to
You
be an
know
adventure
where
for the
they
whole
went.
family, and
They screamed bloody murder.
relax unless everyone is together.
They might have gone to the
the
hot
other half
tub.
of your family has been escorted to the top of that tall, twisty fortress. They will remain there safely until you... Correction. If you reach the center of the lab.
What reason do we have to trust this Sphinx, by the
There must
way?
be some mistake. I booked the summer sizzling
She's the
savings
first
package
person
for 4.
we ran into.
Of course,
Or
Mr.
first
Majesty,
talking
I'll let the
person
front
we
desk
ran
know
into.
right away until I can straighten that out.
I'll let the
Might
front
I
desk know
suggest
right away.
Continuing toward the center, there are some glorious puzzles up ahead.
Well, I guess 1 or 2 couldn't hurt. Sound good, Alexander?
Do I have a choice?
Right this way, gentlemen. Step lively. This puzzle is a bit tricky, but I know you two can do it.
All right, son.
How do you spell
This should be
caduceus?
fun. Now you should know that I believe in the 4 E's of puzzle
C-A-D-E-U-
solving:
I forget.
experimenting, educated guessing,
C-A-D-U-C-E-U-S,
execution,
EUS, I
enlightenment.
think.
Can we just throw some things at the wall and, I don't know,
So here's
see
where
what
the
sticks?
Oh, no, Alexander, our family does not take part in trial and error.
What in a
Now
Sierra
sit down,
game?
watch,
Trial and error. Here's where they start laying on a little thick about the whole. Graham is an old school adventurer, so he loves solving puzzles. And Alexander's like, I hate this kind of game. I mean puzzle. So, I mean, the gist of all of these puzzles is this: you start at the beginning and you run along the unbroken purple line until you get to the end. Every single one of these puzzles is like that, but they add like details to them. But it's so not adventure game. It's like suddenly we stumbled into Myst. Like the game, not like, you know, Fog.
Just like Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist! That's what King's Quest Chapter 4 is!
By
Got it.
Sierra
Let's
Mist!
get out of here. I wish the labyrinth gave out trophies.
Here's the
What
stupidest thing.
is it with your generation and always wanting rewards?
Your
You
generation.
don't need a reward for everything
It's
you
not
do.
even veiled. You want rewards for everything you do because Alexander's a millennial!
Remember, he is, because I drew that picture of him.
No, the millennial was like the guy with the loot.
Oh, that's right. But he had a purple shirt, just like a millennial.
You want this one?
I am perfectly happy learning from the best.
I don't want to hog all the fun, but I will.
Also,
I knew he was going to say that. I was about to say, but I will.
But I will. It's also one of my pet peeves just in life when people start with millennial bashing.
Yeah.
And I'm not... And I'm arguably a millennial. I'm an exennial.
Here's the thing I have with most of it is like, everybody knows millennials are the worst and this and that. I'm like, but they don't bring up any like examples, to me at least, that make any sense.
It's all generalization. Avocado toast. This one was a little tricky because some of it was hidden under the snow, but it's really not that hard to figure out.
It. Celebration dance. Come on, Alexander. You're not too old
Then
to
this is
dance
happening.
with your father, are you?
Now I'm feeling it. I'm dancing on the inside.
Ta ta. Cha 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 cha. 1, 2.
I'm 100% on the side of Alexander in this entire game.
I just had a conversation with people on Facebook where I
Alexander
posted
just needed
that
a slight
I
push
hate
to get
characters
into
that
the
wave their arms in front
I
of the
thought he
screen
needed
trying to get
train
your
up
attention.
all the
And that is literally
perplexing
what just
puzzles he
happened.
would
And yes, I
face
used
as
literally
king.
correct in that sentence. Because it was figurative when I was talking about the
Why don't
character
you give this one a
Olaf from
shot?
Frozen.
Puzzles aren't really my thing, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
You'll get the hang of it. You come from a long line of puzzlers.
he
Here
does.
goes.
Well,
Keep trying.
And Alexander immediately dies.
well, Dad, it must skip a generation.
Oh, you're thinking too hard. Here, let me show you.
You go for it.
So, and here's also something kind of ominous, and this is where another tonal problem with this game. So, Graham's trying to make this thing, oh, it's so goofy, even though there's obviously something ominous. And then here you see in the foreground, you see next to Graham here?
What was the deal with those statues?
It's a little dark, I'm afraid.
Explain!
They make it clear later that those are people who tried to solve these puzzles and failed, so they're dead.
Explain more.
Celebration dance! Ooh, 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 ooh. By the way, people are dying. Do you see the tonal problems here? I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, but it keeps getting worse. This game doesn't know what it is.
Must have been made by millennials.
If it was all goofy, kind of like the first chapter, then maybe it'd be okay. But it's like Whiplash. Goofy, 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 death, goofy, death, goofy, goofy, death.
I like that song. That should be part of your 52 weeks.